Hey kids, what time is it?
It's time for a house.
Ooh la la. Ooh, oh.
Felix had a party.
So this is where the sound system was pointing. We had two big trucks here, tarpaulin going over the top, decks down here. I was worried I wouldn't find it or recognise it. It's changed a bit. This is smaller.
The crowd's a bit smaller as well.
Yeah.
Felix had a party. He didn't charge, he wasn't trying to build a brand, he wasn't trying to market an idea, he wasn't trying to have a legacy. He was inviting some people to have fun for 3 days.
My mother, affectionately known as Gary, would allow all of her children a big 21st birthday party. Gary was very sweet and saw me all trying to prepare for this party. I remember going, oh, I do hope some people turn up. Felix has put such effort into it. I hope someone comes. You know? So I think when she came home and found out what had happened, she was very proud.
I had an incredible time, and now I'm going onto the beach. I'm going to have an even better time. You're going to be filming the beach? Sound.
Yeah, how did you come to this? What brought you to this?
I'd never done a flyer before, and so it was purely information. It was like how to get to the party. It's like, I'm doing a party, this is how to get there. You are invited to a 4-day event taking place in Woodlands on the South Downs outside Lewes, East Sussex.
This event will take place on July the 31st to August the 1st, 2nd and 3rd.
Head out of London,
Take the M25,
take M23,
take the A23,
take left turning marked for Hurstfield Point,
drive on through Ditchling and Hassocks until Plumpton.
opposite the Half Moon Pub and Q8 Garage.
Take the dirt track on the right.
Bring a tent. Yeah, so I was right in the thick of it. I can remember that much. Pretty much the first night was the only night I got to dance, and I was right in front of the decks, fucking jacking my arse off. And then the police turned up, and then I spent a lot of time talking to them.
It was just amazing deep house and really groovy, friendly, loved up music.
And I remember dancing and thinking, this is good, this is nice, this is fun.
The fact that it was on the news, the more they put it on the news, the more people were like, oh, that looks good. I'm going to go to that.
I didn't know it was going to be a big one. A few hundred, 1,000, not a massive rave.
Do you remember all the butterflies? Thousands of butterflies that were blown in.
And they actually came in.
Yeah, so
they were actually there.
It was very, very, very beautiful. On Sunday, I remember people were like, some people were hungry. And I was like, well, I've actually got a pig if anyone wants it. The letter from lawyers the following year when I suggested we do it again was a little less polite. Last summer you approached Plumpton College and asked if you could hold a private party. You said you'd be inviting about 125 guests because they wanted to be neighbourly. Our clients agreed to your request. What in fact happened was that you took 3 coaches, 2 lorries loaded with amplifiers, an extremely large tow truck and food vans up to an area in question, and then proceeded to hold a rave attended by well over 1,000 people. We have now had the opportunity of viewing a TVS news report on the occasion, and it refers to there being over 3,000 people present. Music was played at extremely high volumes. Residents complained of being disturbed during the night by shouting and screaming. And having started on Saturday, there were still people present on the Monday morning. It started Friday, thank you very much.
Haven't slept good.
The police turned up Saturday morning and kind of tried to put a spanner in the works. They came along and they're like, look, are you Felix? Is this your party? I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, you've got to stop it. And I was like, why? And they said, well, it's out of control. I was like, no, it's not. And they're like, well, who are all these people? I was like, they're my friends. I invited them. And they're like, well, you can't have this many friends. I said, well, I'm a very popular person. I make myself like talking to people.
Then they started getting really quite aggressive as well. You know, they were pushing people, they were confiscating car keys. There were fights, absolutely. So, yeah, I did feel for Felix. I thought, well, you know, I hope he's got a good crew because I'm running away now.
If the police turned up, then you'd stop and talk to them like a human being, and you'd kind of say, look, we're going to do this, it's going to finish then, we're going to clear up, what's the problem?
The system was there, and there was a lot of people who were saying, fuck the system. And definitely Felix and his crew were in the middle of that. Fuck the system, we're going to carry on partying. And the system saying no.
You will be committing a criminal offence if you play amplified music, including sounds wholly or predominantly characterised by the omission of a succession of repetitive beats.
You weren't allowed to dance and you weren't allowed to gather. They crushed it. They crushed everyone's soul.
I couldn't function as a happy human being without that part of my life.
You know, I mean, the Criminal Justice Act, absolutely directed at that community. Repetitive beat.
But still, we managed to kind of pop up here and pop up there.
This will carry on in some shape or form, and this is not just about music and drugs. This is a political movement saying we want freedom.
You could change things, you could make the world a better place. And when things are really dark, there needs to be light.
The dancing, the way your body feels when you're dancing to good music all night long, and yeah, it takes me somewhere that nothing else does.
It was about inclusion, and it was about love. And it sounds really corny now, but we really meant it. You know, whatever problems we've got in the world, however bad they are, if we try to love each other, even if we don't love each other, but if we just try, that's our basic starting point.